I am 2 runs into my 3rd week of returning to road running. I've done road running off and on since 2006. Prior to starting up again on 7 August 2023, earlier this month, in 2020, 2021 tried and was slow enough that it was discouraging for me compared to some of my previous times. So I was like, I'm going to take a couple of years off and see if I can get faster and build up my stamina somehow else with consistent exercise, and I did. And so now I'm back to it. And so I'm going to go over safety, gear, and clothing. So at first, safety. So I currently reside in Washington State, United States of America. I've done road running in Africa, in South Africa when I lived internationally. 6-month student visa. That was the first half of 2012. And so in the United States of America, cars drive on the right-hand side of the road. In South Africa, which is part of the Commonwealth of Nations, it was left-hand side of the road. So it was a little bit different there. So this is more specific towards the United States of America. So here it's, if I'm going to cross, so I run on the sidewalks or the side of the road, unless there's somebody on the pavement that I need to pass, or an animal, or there's something, or a car in the way, then I either go behind the car, or I don't go in front of the car because the car might pull out, so I go behind the car if there's a car stopped on the sidewalk. And if there is somebody I need to pass or something like that, I'll go into the road, but I always check over my shoulder, use my peripheral vision, but if not that, then all the way to see if there's a car behind me. I keep my, and then pass and go back on the sidewalk or side of the road. And then for crossing roads, look left, right, left, go. Left, right, left, because traffic drives on the right-hand side of the road, which when crossing a street means it's approaching on the left. So left, right, left. So I'm looking at cars closest to me are to my left, cars furthest from me are on the right. So then I go back to the left to make sure no new car or a bicyclist or a motorcyclist or whatever has showed up. And so that's just running. Careful of curbs. So with road running, there's curbs. I purposefully, deliberately chose loops or trails with small curbs, so I am less likely to catch my toes on the curb and less likely to fall or trip. Anything else? Yes, so I'm a dehydration runner, which means I'll drink hydration. Currently I'm running in the morning, so what I do is immediately when I wake up in the morning, I drink a full glass of this, which is about an hour or so before I go for a run. And I might have, maybe like another 4 ounces or something. But I drink the full glass as soon as I get up, and then so I can pee it out before I go, but I'm also hydrated for the run. If I drink it too close, then I get a side ache and I start to feel sick. So I do need to be dehydrated and hydrated at the same time, which is an art form in running. So I drink a bunch of water and then wait for the excess water to go through my system, pee it out, and run. So that's hydration on trail, so to speak, on loop, on walk/run. Currently walk/run, in the past run. My loop has 2 water fountains on it. One is out in the open and one is in a building that's open to the public. So if the building is open, then I can go, and that one has like cold running water, as well as sinks and a bathroom. And then the water fountain at the other location is outdoors and is kind of, if it's really hot weather, the water will be hot, but it's still water. So I have, even though I'm mindful of, are there places for me to get water if I'm really need water when I'm not running. So there are 2 places, one open 24/7, so to speak, and one open when the building's open. And then using the bathroom, so there's the building that has the water fountain also has the restroom, and it's a public building. But that building is also along, it borders the park, and the park has a porta potty that's open 24/7. So there's a restroom I can use, and that's 24/7, and a water fountain that's 24/7, in addition to a public building with both those facilities. So that's water and using the restroom. And I use the restroom last thing before I go out on my run. Food, I eat. So I'm currently running in the mornings. I've adjusted my schedule to fit it in the mornings as like my routine. I eat for a morning run, I eat 400 to 500 calories before I even go for the run. So that's the first breakfast, and then I have my additional 300 to 400 calories when I get back for my second breakfast, because I eat a little over 2,000 calories a day, so that's a 800 calorie chunk for breakfast that I divvy up. So because if I eat too much, then I get cramps and I start to feel sick. Okay, so that's food, water, hydration, road running safety tips. The next one, so gear, I'll start off with something that overlaps with safety. Oh, I guess safety, last one on safety. I choose a time of day that it's not the ray. As someone who has had skin cancer, I don't want to run in the middle of the day if I can avoid it, unless it's like cloudy or and cold in like the autumn or something. But like, because it's summer, I guess I'm saying that a safety tip is be mindful of the weather and like try, for myself, I try to stay out of the sun's rays because my skin is sensitive to that and I've had skin cancer. And that's something I would prefer not to go through again. Yeah. Okay, and then overlap, so I'm going to go into gear now. Gear, this is sports, so I'm out for about a little over an hour currently for my 5.8 mile walk/run. And I wear 50 SPF 50 plus UVA, UVB protection broad spectrum. So this is 50 plus, so it lasts 50 or more minutes. And I'm out there for a little over an hour, so this is perfect. And this is sports performance, which usually means sports and banana boat, but sports performance usually means if I'm sweating, the sunscreen, it sweats through the sunscreen, so the sunscreen doesn't actually come off. So, and that is a form of sun protection. Okay, so it kind of overlaps with safety, but it's a gear thing. I do this for my phone, which I'm filming it with, so I'll put my phone in here. That's for if I get an emergency call from my parents because my parents aren't doing so well or whatever, or I need help or something, right? I have my phone and I put this on my arm on the outside of my sweatshirt, so that it doesn't destroy my phone case and the camera screen. And then I have these headphones. If they're the earbuds, I don't have earbuds. That's just this without the cord. They would bounce out of my ears. So for me, I need a cord. Reality of I'm going boing, 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 right, as I run. So yeah. And then I have a key ring and a key. And this is for the house, so I can get in and out. And I put the key on the key ring, and as I'm running, I put it on my finger and hold it, because if I put it in my shorts, speaking from past experience, stuff can fall out of my shorts, not my shorts. If I put it in my pocket, stuff can fall out. So, put it on a finger and hold it, and I don't lose it. And it can also be used as a weapon, you know, if need be. Okay, last gear item is pads. So, always ultra thin. I don't do wings on my pads. I am a female, so this is for if I'm menstruating. It's also if my soulmates are making me very excited. I can come a lot, like a heavy menstrual flow, only with like my lady fluids. And so I might wear one of these for that as well. And that just goes on my panties. And I don't do wings. Wings, when I run on pads, or in general, they rub the inside up high on my inner thighs. It'll rub it raw, so I don't do wings. This is healthier for me. Okay, so that's gear, and up last is clothing. Shoes, running shoes. I'm currently doing Under Armour. That's the bottom. Next up, I do knee-high socks, because it instead of like anklets or mid-calf, because knee-high socks provide me sun protection. Extra protection there. I do, these are called basketball shorts. I do these, it's mesh, it breathes, they're long, more skin covered, more skin protection. I've had skin cancer. For me, this stuff matters. I'm not out there wearing shorts. Okay, so that's that. Panties, I like the Hanes. They are tight, or not tight, but they stay on. I do underwire bra. I don't got granny boobies, I got tanny boobies. My name is Tanis. Okay, I do an underwire. This one's for support because my bazoombas are a little bigger. And then I also do a sports bra, so my boobies aren't bouncing all over the place. So one for support and one for restraint. And then I do a short sleeve t-shirt. if I'm feeling really ambitious, I could carry my phone in my hand, but I'm afraid of dropping it. So I guess one way to run would be like this if I really wanted to, but currently it's not hot enough I can find a time of day cool enough that I also wear this a sweatshirt, because that goes lower on my arms and provides me with sun protection and actually tend to stay cooler. There's like, it's like a buffer. Instead of my shirt getting really hot in the sun, the sweatshirt gets hot, but because there's an additional short between my sweatshirt and me, it actually keeps my skin cooler if I wear a sweatshirt. I'm heat sensitive, so for me that matters. But that's kind of, and so that's clothing. And so in conclusion, those are my safety tips from returning to running this time, starting 7 August 2023, and specifically returning to road running, which is there any takeaway? Watch out for cars, watch out for bicyclists, watch out for vehicles of all make and model. I find the quietest cars actually tend to be gas cars. Electric cars make a whirring noise that is actually quite loud when they turn. So the real sneaksters on the roads are gas cars. And make sure to look both directions, whether you're passing somebody or need to step off the road or need to cross the road or whatever. And yeah, that's my gear and clothing and safety tips for returning to running this time. I've returned to running, and specifically road running, a number of times, but this is what I am doing currently. Yeah. Happy road running!